Today we're talking the Kiwi comfort strap with the battery, and I'll be doing a full in-depth review. Finally, this video's been a long time coming. I bought this strap a while ago, and yeah, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content today. And if you find my review useful and you end up wanting to go and get the Kiwi comfort strap, I have put affiliate links in the description over on Amazon, and if you purchase through that link, it does help support me. So I'm inclined to not take sponsorships on here. I just want to make good content that people find useful. So by avoiding sponsorships, I think is a good way of doing that because it keeps my opinion honest and open, and that's exactly what you're going to be getting here today. So if you enjoy it, yeah, please do those two things. So why did I get the Kiwi comfort strap with the battery at all? What was my decision making? Well, after buying the Elite strap, I started getting heaps of comments from users that were watching my videos saying, you should look into third-party options. They're way cheaper and do just as good a job and blah, blah, blah. When I actually went to Amazon and had a look, I was like, whoa, they literally are like 50% of the price. They do offer very similar features, and I thought, well, there's lots of good reviews, so you know what, from here, I know Meta's just replaced my MetaQuest 3 Elite strap with the battery, so I don't really have a need to go and get another one, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just so I can, you know, test it out and see which product's actually better, and if you can get more for less. That's really what the point of doing this was. So the first benefit that I noticed from this Kiwi comfort strap was obviously the fit. You've got your cradle at the back that cradles your head nicely. You've also got your padding in the cradle. This really helps make the strap feel comfortable when you place it on your head. You've got your extendable arms and the click wheel that allows you to tighten and loosen it as you please. But the other really cool thing about the Kiwi strap that I found specifically compared to the MetaQuest Elite strap was these flexi parts in the arms. So this is a different feature that Meta did not incorporate into the Elite strap. So you lift the hinges to get the headset into a comfortable position on your face. Once the device feels good, you lower them back down and tighten the strap for a perfect fit. I will note too, the feature also makes wearing the headset a lot more accommodating for those who like to wear prescription glasses in VR. So that was something that I found really cool and unique that was different to the MetaQuest Elite strap. It definitely was a winning feature of the Kiwi comfort strap, living up to its name, making the experience far more comfortable. Another great thing about the Kiwi comfort strap is the extended battery life that it gives you during gameplay. Of course, this is another expectation because you're buying it with the battery. So the battery sits in the back of the strap here. To charge it, the USB-C part obviously goes into the strap. This goes into the wall and you plug it on charge. And if you plug the strap into the headset, the charge goes all the way from the wall to the strap, then to the headset. It roughly gave me about 2 hours extra gameplay, which I'm definitely not complaining about. And in terms of weight, it's a little bit lighter than the MetaQuest 3 Elite strap, so that's another pro of this guy as well. Another positive thing about this head strap was that it fit inside the MetaQuest 3 carrying case that I got from Meta. I haven't done the Bobovr M3 Pro review yet, however, I will tell you in advance, one of the drawbacks from the Bobovr M3 Pro was it doesn't actually fit inside the MetaQuest 3 carrying case, which was a little annoying, but that's not the case with the Kiwi strap. Regardless of the size difference, it still fit inside the case, so I was happy with that. And basically what that means is if I decide to go with this strap as my primary strap, I know that I can leave it on the headset and travel around with it, no problem. One of the other pros that's clear that Kiwi Design have incorporated into it is the Sweatproof Padding. So the Sweatproof Padding is made of some sort of rubbery material. I wouldn't say that it's silicone, but it definitely is sweatproof. So if you do any sweaty activities, it's literally just an antibacterial wipe and you can clean it off. It's not like a fabric that will soak up sweat. Particularly if you're like me and you like to do workout stuff in VR, that feature definitely does come in handy, and I can say that it is a great feature. Another positive thing I need to mention about the Kiwi comfort strap is obviously the price difference compared to the MetaQuest Elite strap. Literally, this thing has a lot more features. It's got the comfort padding, it's got the flexi arms, it's got the sweatproof feature. It actually offers a lot more than what the Elite strap does on its own, and it is half the price, okay? And when you actually look at the materials of them side by side, it's pretty evident they're made of the same bloody material. So Meta, what are you doing? And the last thing on the positive lists, before we get to the negative things about this head strap, is that the installation of it is very intuitive. So what I mean by intuitive is when you open the thing, it's not difficult to figure out where everything goes. Like the arms, obviously, you know where they go, they clip on, just like the other straps. The head strap here, you've got your, Velcro piece that goes into the headset before you put the facial insert in. It's all pretty straightforward and you don't really have to do much guesswork, which I guess is a benefit in itself, because again, Again, just giving you a bit of future sight, the Bobovr M3 Pro, the intuitiveness in putting it together and how it's all supposed to work, it's a completely different contraption. And yeah, I will explain more about that in the Bobovr M3 Pro review, but yeah, not rocket science to put this thing on, which is a bonus. Now moving on to the negative things about the Kiwi Design comfort strap with battery. Tacking on to what I just said about intuitive installation, whilst the installation is intuitive with this, it's actually a little bit more difficult to put together. Now, what do I mean by that? Number one, these extra hinges in the arms actually make the arm feel a little bit more flimsy compared to the Elite strap. This feels a lot more sturdier than what this one does, and I am guessing that's because they have, you know, this hinge in here that's obviously been constructed with a bit more intricacy. So it's not necessarily a problem putting it on the headset, but when taking it off the headset, I actually feel like I'm gonna break the arms. So I was like, and I kind of hold my breath a little bit. So that's one thing that I thought was a bit of a drawback. Obviously not so much that I wouldn't recommend someone buy it. It's just something that I noticed that I don't have with the Elite strap. The other point in terms of installation not being as easy, so the Velcro tab that actually connects the strap to the front of the headset, this part that they've got on the front here, it's like a really stiff rubber and it's quite large. Like there's quite a big chunk there. And this I found really, really difficult to get in and under the groove that has to go in the front of the headset and getting it out as well. I kind of like really had to yank it out, and then to get it in, it was like a little bit of an ordeal actually. While it's still also not a deal breaker, it was just one of those things that I was like, why can't this just be easier, you know? Like when you look at the MetaQuest 3 one, what they've actually done is they've still got like a same hard rubbery material, but what they've actually done to make it really easy for you to get it in, like they've put little grooves in it so it folds and bends underneath that little groove that you have to put in the front of the headset, really nice and easy. Whereas the Kiwi strap kind of didn't. Like I've actually bent this thing trying to do it so hard. You can even see my little teeth marks. Like I was trying to bite it through. Like, yeah, it was a bit difficult, okay? I can't lie. Sorry, Kiwi, you could probably do that a little bit better. Gotta be honest. Again though, not really a deal breaker because once you get it through, the Velcro sticks on nice and beautifully and it does the job. And I guess if you're only buying one comfort strap that you're not gonna be switching and moving, getting it through once, it's not the biggest drawback, but you know, something to note. So those are the two things that were a little bit difficult about the installation. The second drawback that I found with the Kiwi comfort strap, particularly when compared with the MetaQuest 3 Elite strap, is the bulbousness of it, okay? So when you compare these two together, it's actually, in every single way, more bulky, okay? So the actual battery that sits underneath, it's quite thick compared with the Elite strap. So you can see here, it's not too much bulkier, but I think because the click wheel is external and it's not like how Meta have done it. Meta have actually like put the click wheel inside the bulbous bit. And I think that's obviously to make it, you know, a little bit more slim. That is definitely one thing that makes it bigger. The head cradle itself, not only because it's got the padding in it, does it make it a little bit more thick, but the actual cradle itself is larger than that of the Elite strap. So again, while this actually helps in terms of cradling your head better and actually adding to the comfort, it just makes it a little bit more big. And also with the hinges in the arms, there's obviously extra thickness. It's just been, you know, doing a few more reps at the gym kind of thing. Now, like I was saying before, this does fit inside the carrying case just fine. Like you can do the case up. It's not like busting at the seams, but you do notice because of the bulkiness, there's a lot less available space inside of the carrying case when you store your device and the strap in there. And this also as well, with the carrying case, there's a little groove that holds the front of the headset nice and flush in the case. This kind of has to maneuver down and tuck in with the controllers for everything to fit. Like it's not enough of a drawback for me to say, don't buy this thing. It's just something that I noticed that I go, if they tidied that up a little bit, I'd probably give them a few more brownie points. And the final like negative feedback that I have about the Kiwi comfort strap is the way that it charges the device is different to what the Elite strap does. So the Elite strap, the headset just dynamically changes the power source. So when you plug it into the headset, you start seeing the battery life of the strap, and then when the strap runs out, it dynamically changes over to the power in the headset. This, on the other hand, you just constantly see the charging symbol on the little battery that sits in, you know, the main menu there. It's almost like plugging your headset into the wall. And look, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I'd say that the way that Meta have done it in terms of the way it interacts with the actual headset is probably more power efficient than what Kiwi have done. Again, not another drawback to say, oh, I definitely wouldn't buy this thing, but it's a difference that I noticed, and it's something that I thought if Kiwi could tidy it up, it would probably make their product just that little bit better. So that is my 2 cents on all the pros and cons of the Kiwi comfort strap with the battery. Overall, I really do like the thing. In terms of increasing comfort compared to the regular strap and the Elite strap, game changer. The fact it slots into the case and can go traveling with me, amazing. It keeps the battery life extended. I get 2 hours extra of gameplay. They've done something different to what Meta have done to give you a better fit, and the fact it's half the price and gives you all of that, definitely would endorse. So good job, Kiwi. If you've got the Kiwi comfort strap and you agree with all of the points I brought up today, let me know in the comments. If you don't agree with any of my points, also let me know in the comments. And please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Remember, my affiliate links are in the description if you do want to go ahead and get the Kiwi comfort strap after everything I've spoken about here today. It does help support me. Again, I'm not taking sponsorships on this channel, and anybody that's interested in joining the Reddit community that I've just started, I'm the only member in there at the moment. However, if you want to come over and have VR chat or, you know, anything metaverse, come join me. Looking forward to seeing you there, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye!